all those things. It's trying to understand that almost every decision you make is going to have some sort of health or human well-being impact, and you can make it better for health or worse for health or neutral. But you can have those impacts, and it can be very small things and it can be very big things. But it's like it's that constant drip of change. This is not a quick change process. I had this whiteboard here. I'm not going to use it in the interest of time, I don't think. But oh, what the hell! I'll just show you this because this is how I think about the change process, and I found it works. So part of it is it's about what this is vision directed muddling through. So this is a visual depiction of vision directed muddling through. And so here you are in your harbour, in your sailboat. Here's the land, and you and your crew want to get to this island up here. And between you and the island, there's a bunch of reefs. So if you're in a powerboat, which is what I think some people think we have, you just turn on the engine and you zip up there, nice and easy. That's called strategic planning, you know. But the reality is that the wind is from there. And so, how do you get in a sailboat with no engine from here to there when the wind's that way? Tack. You tack. So, the process of change in a community is you tack, and you don't want to hit the reef, so you come back a little bit. And then you come out here, and you keep going, and you're doing quite well, and then the wind starts to get really strong, and it's blowing very hard. And so you spend a lot of time doing this. Anybody in the community ever done this? We all have. So then what happens if the wind's really strong? Well, you tuck back in here behind the reef and take shelter. And if it really is nasty, you pretty much have to drop all your sails and run back to the harbour and take shelter, right? This is when they evaluate you and conclude that you've done nothing. The programme should be cut. So what happens after a storm? Well, often what happens after a storm is you get a wind change. What's that called in the community? That's an election. Yeah. So the political winds are blowing in a different direction now. The old tack isn't going to work. And so you come out, you're on an entirely different tack. And you're doing okay, and you occasionally have to double round the reef a bit, but you're getting there. And you're getting out here, things are looking good, and the wind dies. Energy goes completely out of the community. Ever seen that happen? So what do you do in a sailboat when the wind dies? You can paddle, maybe, you can anchor. My favourite is you bring the six-pack up on deck and you wait for the wind to come back. So what happens is eventually the wind comes back, and of course it's in exactly the right direction, except that now the owners or the crew or whatever have decided they actually want to go to this island over here. So I think that that's how change happens in the community. And I do this with communities and I get the same reaction. A lot of head nodding. Oh yeah, that's how it works. And so what we need is not so much a master plan, which is to turn on the engine and go there, as a master process that says we're going to, this is our vision, but we're going to have to muddle through to get to it. And because of that, there's no master plan. There's a sense of where you want to get to, and a lot of flexibility and adaptability, and taking the long term. And of course, the other key thing about sailing is the whole point of sailing is to enjoy the trip. So enjoy the trip.